Hey guys, and tonight we're going to be painting this adorable little Christmas llama. We're going to be painting this super cute little llama, and I forgot to bring up my example photo. I like to look at the mock-up image that we create just so that I can kind of see the colors that we had chosen to do it in. Here we go. Okay, so the llama is going to be gray, and the hat's going to be red and white stripes, and then we've got all these gifts, and they're going to be different colors. So let's just start with painting the llama. The color I'm going to use is, it's called, is it Gray Sky? Let's see. Here we go. Nope, that's Dove Gray. Oh, actually, I think this will work really good. Dove Gray by Decor. Are we allowed to use your cutouts for our business? That's a great question, Peyton. Yes, you are. You certainly are. So any of the designs that you buy from my shop, you can use in your paint parties or to sell door hangers with or any of that kind of stuff. So you're more than welcome to use these for your business. And if you need help with business advice, I do have a group called the Paint to Profit group where we teach you business strategies for growing your door hanger business. And so if that's something that would interest you, you can go to painttoprofit.com and see more about that. But if you're wanting to learn how to paint, my Painters Clubhouse group opens in just 42 days. I cannot believe how fast it's going by. It opens on August 25th. And so if you've been waiting and wanting to learn how to paint door hangers, that is the date you need to circle on your calendar because we will be opening the Painters Clubhouse group to new members. And we have more than 2 years worth of videos and content in that membership that you can watch. And we're adding new content every single month that will teach you how to paint door hangers. And we had the funnest challenge in our Painters Clubhouse group this past month. It was called like a cookie cutter challenge. And so we had our group challenged to take one of our older designs. It was a tropical fish, I believe. There's some of them are still working on it. The challenge is not over. And we give away prizes for our challenges, but we had a tropical fish door hanger that we painted last summer, and we challenged the Painters Clubhouse to take that template and reimagine it. Like, what could it be? If you flipped it or turned it or rotated it, what could it be other than a fish? And it was so fun to see how everybody took it and made something different. One person made a really cute little ice cream sundae. 2 or 3 people made like a scarecrow shape out of it. Different kinds of scarecrows. We had like a pirate scarecrow and then just a regular scarecrow. Somebody else did Raggedy Ann. Do you guys remember Raggedy Ann and Andy? Those were like my favorites when I was little. I loved Raggedy Ann. And then somebody else did a clown. And it's so cool to see all of the creativity inside that group and how people, everybody sees something completely different in that shape. And so I loved that challenge. And we're still working on it. So if you are in the Painters Clubhouse group and have not submitted your design yet for the challenge, be sure and do that because somebody will be winning some happy mail. We always do a random drawing for a winner. Okay, I've got 2 coats on this llama of the Dove Gray. Whoops, I forgot that little area right there. I painted right over the little dotted pom-poms. Did you see that? Because this is an etched door hanger blank, I can still see those underneath the paint. So I just painted right over the top of them. It's way easier than trying to paint around them. Courtney says, what do you use to cut the door hangers that are etched? These are all cut using a laser cutting machine. And I actually am not cutting them myself. We have someone here local who cuts them for us. And so we outsource all of our cutting at this time. Now in the future, we do plan to this fall build a shop on our property and get lasers of our own and start doing more cutting so we can ship more door hangers and ship even faster, because right now we can only ship as fast as they can cut. And so these were cut with the laser and then laser etched with the design in the middle, and so it's really neat. How much would you sell a 20-inch door hanger and attachments for? Would you sell all the attachments with the door hanger or sell them separately or put so many with it? Peyton, I prefer to sell the painted door hanger with like 3 to 6 attachments that come with it. And make sure you are charging for your time on that. I know it might seem silly to charge very much for real small little pieces, but that can take time to paint all of that. So make sure you're allotting for your time. And I can't really tell you what to charge for those because I don't know like how long you've been painting or what your experience level is, or you know, if you've got a very big customer base to sell to, and all of that stuff kind of matters whenever you're selling door hangers. So if you want to grab my ebook, I have an ebook in my shop about selling your door hangers, and it's kind of got some advice in there about how to price your door hangers and how to figure all of that out. And you can find it at shopdoorhangers.com. Okay, I was looking for a tan color, and this is not exactly the color I wanted. Let's see. Surely I have a tan that would work. Surely. Okay, here we go. This will work. Desert Sand. That's what this one is called. Okay, I'm going to switch to a smaller brush. Still flat tip, but just smaller because I'm only working in a real small little area down here on the feet with this Desert Sand color. It's kind of a khaki shade. I'm going to paint both little legs, not the feet, but the legs. The feet will be a dark gray color. And then the little snout or nose on the llama is going to be that color also. There we go. Okay, got that painted. Now we need to paint the ears and the feet, and that is a darker gray. Let's see. Is this right? No. This one, Zinc. It's a like real charcoal gray. April says, eek, I absolutely love llamas. April, my daughter Charlie, absolutely loves llamas. She does. Okay, let's paint the little hair he's got going up on his head. This is called Dark Chocolate by Deco Art. All of the paint I'm using, by the way, is Deco Art Americana paint. You can find it at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, or you can order it directly from the Deco Art website. And I don't like the gloss paints. I prefer the ones that are just regular matte acrylics. And we're just painting the little hair on his forehead. April says, I want this. Are you going to paint your own, April? You can go and get the blank out of my shop at shopdoorhangers.com. Do you use Velcro to your attachments? Yes, Blair. I use industrial style Velcro. I believe it's stronger and it holds up really well. Yes, this is the 20-inch, Darla. Somebody said, I was wondering what the difference is between Deco and Deco Art and Apple Barrel. Deco Art is its own company. Apple Barrel is a product sold by Folk Art, and it is sold in Walmart. Deco Art is not sold in Walmarts. And I actually feel like Deco Art's a little bit more expensive to purchase, but it is a much higher quality paint. I get much better coverage and more consistency in the texture and the colors of the paint with Deco Art than I did with Apple Barrel. But you know, you pay for the quality for sure. But it's worth it. Okay, let's paint a white base coat on the hat, because after that dries in a little while, we're going to paint some red stripes. We'll switch to a larger brush this time. Just paint this base coat with white. This is going to be so cute and festive when it's done. Christmas in July. Do you guys celebrate Christmas in July? We don't usually, but I know a lot of people do, so we came out with some Christmas designs. And it is kind of fun because it breaks up all of the summer stuff you're used to painting this time of year. It kind of gives you a little break from all of that. But if you are not cutting your own blanks, I highly advise that you start learning how. It's going to save you so much money and give you so much more freedom in your creating and your crafting. So I highly recommend it. Okay, I also want to do white and teal stripes on this, so I'm going to paint this white to start with. Got to look at my example photo. I colored it on the iPad and I couldn't remember where I put what colors. So I've got my example photo pulled up on my iPad so I can see it. It's always so fun to design it first on the iPad and then bring it to life with paint. Lots of fun. Okay, I need to paint this little bitty pom-pom right here, and my brush I was using was way too big. So I'm just going to use this one and dab it on there. By dabbing with extra paint, it kind of gives it a little bit of texture too. And it looks fluffy. So I'm just kind of dab, dab, dab in that paint on the pom-pom. There we go. And that may require another coat in a moment. But let's go ahead and paint our red over here on the presents. The color red that I'm going to be using is True Red by Decor. Carla, the brush I'm using are flat tip brushes. I keep switching between different ones, but I like flat tip brushes. I use them for most of my painting, and I use, you know, the round tip brushes for usually like outlining and highlighting, things like that. And then I use angle tips brushes. Oh, I just dipped that in white. Oh, well, I guess we'll go ahead and do a second coat on this because I wasn't planning on doing that. I meant to dip in the red. Dipped in the wrong color. I use the angle tip brushes for shading and filbert tip brushes for hand lettering a lot of times. So right now I'm just using a flat tip brush that's about 1 inch wide. I tend to use that size more than anything. If you need a good set of brushes, we do have brushes of different kinds in our shop at shopdoorhangers.com. Okay, let's rinse the white out now and use some red. So this is the True Red color by Deco Art. Samantha says, I cut my own with a jigsaw, but the laser is way better. I like the quality that I get from the laser, but if you can't afford a laser just yet, jigsaw is where it's at. I did jigsaw for the first 3 years, or no, first, yeah, 3 or 4 years of my business before I discovered that I could have things laser cut. So this little lid on this present is red. There we go. Caroline, they're not in the Amazon store. The brushes are in my shop at shopdoorhangers.com. Okay. Is that all that was going to be red? No, this area here is red also. Does anybody have any questions? Does your person use a Glowforge? No, my person has like 4 or 5 different laser cutting machines of different brands, and he's beyond using a Glowforge. I know a lot of people start out usually with a Glowforge, but to me, for door hanger cutting on a laser, the Glowforge doesn't have how do I want to word this? The capability, I guess, to cut the right size. Like, you can't cut a 20-inch door hanger on a Glowforge. You would have to do a pass-through option, and even then I think you can only get it up to like 19 inches or something. I don't know. I don't know a ton about the Glowforge, but I do know those are the complaints that I have heard. But that's the complaints that I've heard from a lot of people who have Glowforges, is that they get frustrated because they're limited in the size that they can cut, and it slows them down because they have to do the pass-through. And so I kind of think it would be better if you would just like save your money and save a little bit more and get one of the higher powered laser machines that can do a lot more. It's going to be worth it in the long run, because a lot of the ladies who started out purchasing a Glowforge within 6 months to a year are wishing they had bought a regular laser and are selling their Glowforges and purchasing a regular laser. And so it's like, do you really want to go through the hassle of buying a Glowforge and then upgrading later? Or, you know, and so they're usually having to sell them and upgrade pretty soon after getting one. Okay, let's see. This color is called Foliage Green. Somebody said, do you have a business coaching group? Yes, Jonathan. Go to painttoprofit.com and you can sign up there for Paint to Profit and learn how to grow your door hanger business. Okay, this green I said called Foliage Green. We're just going to paint this whole area right through here. It's got like a ribbon that runs across the package. We'll add that on top of the green. So we're just going to paint the whole thing, kind of a base coat of green first, and then we'll do the teal on top of it. Roxana says, so true about the Glowforge. Roxana is one of the people I was talking about, that she started out with a Glowforge. Her business started to grow like crazy, and then she had to upgrade to a regular, like, big laser machine. And so she outgrew it way too fast. She has a rabbit laser, yes. Do you get the triangular handled brushers? They look comfortable to hold. Karen, I kind of like them and I kind of don't. I think it's because I get used to the other brushes. But these came from Walmart in the craft department, if you're talking about these little triangular brushes. I do like that they don't roll around on my tabletop. So that's a plus. Karen says, can I purchase the template of the big pink beetle? I only saw blanks. Yes, it is in there. It's in the shop. So I don't know if maybe you just couldn't find it. But it is in there. I'll try to, if I think about it when this live is over, I'll try to go find the direct link and leave it for you in the comments. Trying not to touch his little hat with this brush because they're pretty close together. Oops, I just streaked through the red. It's all right. Okay, and then this area is green. Yes, Rabbit Laser is in the USA. Okay, I've got to concentrate to get this line nice and straight. Which it doesn't really matter that much because later I'm going to come back and put outlines on everything, and that'll hide a lot of these little goof ups where I got over the line talking. Just get it close to perfect, but not quite. There we go. What's the difference between the purple and the white flat tip brushes in the shop? No difference, just a difference in color of the handles. Other than that, they're the same. Can we buy a stencil, download, and cut them out ourselves? Yes, you can. All of our door hanger designs come with the cut files. So if you have a laser machine like Roxana, you can buy my templates, plug them into your laser cutting machine, and cut them yourselves. If you don't have a laser cutting machine, you can download the paper version, which is a PDF, and it's called a block poster. And so you lay it out on your table, you tape it together, and then you can trace it on your wood and cut it out. Do you have a monthly subscription for the cutouts or just the template? That is a good question. Tracy, we do not currently have a subscription for wooden blanks. We do have the monthly template club subscription where you get the templates that you can download and cut on your laser or cut by hand. And that subscription is $30 a month, $20 a month if you're a Painters Clubhouse or Paint to Profit member. Oh, yes, even stencils like stars. Michelle, we do have our stencil files for sale in the shop also. Okay, what's next? We've painted that and that and that. We've got our base coats done on everything, I think. We're just ready to start embellishing and adding stuff. So let's start by adding red stripes to our little hat here. And I'm going to go back and use this, I think it's this one, the little flat tip brush that I had earlier. It's real small. See that? Real little flat tip brush. Just going to use this true red color, and we're going to do little stripes. So I'm just going to start somewhere random, like right here, and do a stripe going out. Kind of like candy cane stripes. And I'm going to try to widen them as they go out toward the edge of the hat just a little bit. I may even put a bit of a curve on them down here at the bottom. There we go. Do some up here. I get quiet when I'm concentrating. There we go. And then another one right up here. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm going to go over a couple of these fatter ones again because they're kind of see-through and I can see they look more pink than red. So by adding another coat kind of darkens them up a little bit. But I think the rest of them are probably fine. Okay, let's do our details on all of this. I want to do some little polka dots on this present. What am I trying to say? Let's see. I want to use like a real small dot, like maybe the end of a pencil, or I may have to use, here we go, like the end of one of my sponge pouncers. This will work. I'm going to use, instead of using my actual sponge pouncers, because I don't, hang on, let me double check. I don't think I have any that are small enough. Maybe yeah, I do. Okay, never mind. I sell these in my shop. I forget how big they come. The smallest one is like 1/4 inch size dots, so that's what I'm wanting to do. So I'm going to use that one. Okay, I just put a few drops of white into my red to lighten it up, and it created just kind of like a lighter shade of red, and I'm just going to do my little dots with that on top of my red package. Yes, I do have little bubbles in the paint, but those will pop when it dries, and I'm not worried about it. One little trick that I've learned is if you want to paint a dot half on and half off, put a piece of paper down to block where the dot is going to be touching something else. So just like that. Okay, let's switch to, I want a flat tip brush. Here we go. I didn't want to have to wash out another one. So this is pretty much just like the one I was using before. And I'm going to be using, here it is, Sea Aqua. It's like a greenish teal color. And we're going to use that to do some accents on our package. I got paint on my hands. Let's see. We're doing the, actually the package color on this was supposed to be teal, not the, I was thinking it was the ribbon. It was just supposed to be the package, so it doesn't matter. We're going to paint the package part teal and leave the ribbon covering the package green. I'm going next Friday, by the way, to get an eye exam because I swear I need glasses. I don't know if this is normal or not, so y'all can tell me. But all of a sudden, I turned, how old am I? 36, and all of a sudden my eyeballs have quit working properly, and everything is slightly fuzzy. And it's worse at certain times of day, like when I get tired, I guess, or computer a lot. I have a really hard time reading fine print, and I get not quite double vision, but it's like things are out of focus. It's very annoying. So I finally made an appointment for the eye doctor. That way I can get this taken care of. So if y'all start seeing me on lives in the future wearing glasses and you don't recognize me, that's why. I'll probably end up having to get glasses. But, you know, so long as they're cute, we'll just accessorize them with my earrings and my headbands and things. Vicky says, after watching you for weeks, I ordered a hanger from you and painted it last night. I'm so proud of myself. Yay, Vicky. Yay! I want to see a picture of it. Drop it in the comments and I'll look for it afterwards. Actually, I don't think you can drop a picture in the comments while I'm live. It may have to happen afterwards. When you recommend spending $300 to $400, would you recommend to buy an iPad for Procreate? Is it just worth it? There is a big learning curve with Procreate, but if you have the time to dedicate to learning it, it is so worth it. iPads are good for so much more than just drawing on Procreate, though. So, I mean, I do think it's worth it, but it's not going to be easy off the bat. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Procreate, it has a bit of a learning curve. So even if you know how to draw, Procreate has a bit of a learning curve involved with it. So it's not going to be easy right off. But if you work at it and keep playing with it every, so many, maybe not every day, but several times a week, it won't take long for you to catch on and get better at it. And there's lots of little tutorials and tips and things you can watch on YouTube. And I've learned a lot about Procreate over on TikTok, actually, from people who teach little tips and tricks and things. And so you can catch on a lot quicker if you watch things like that. Okay, I'm going to go back now and do these little pom-pom things on the side of the saddle. Is that what this is called? I guess it's more like a saddle blanket with the Sea Aqua color. And this Sea Aqua has a touch of green in it, and so it complements the green that we used here so well. It looks really good together. I could probably do this with a sponge pouncer too, but this little brush is working fine. I'm just going back and forth, making little circular shapes. I think that's all of the teal accents we have. Now I'm going to take my just a brush and use the end of the brush, and we're going to do little dark green dots in this area here. So let me see. I want to use something kind of bright. This will work. This is the festive green color that I really love. And I don't even really need that much. So I'm just going to use what's in the lid. Dip the end of my paintbrush. And we're just going to do little dots. Actually, those aren't as big as I want. Let's go with a bigger brush. Try this one. There we go. That's more like it. This just adds a little bit of fun texture and detail. And sometimes these little details can really make a big difference in a door hanger. It makes it look like you just put more effort into it, even though all you did was dip your brush in the paint and dab. Okay, that's not enough paint for me. We're going to have to squirt some out. I almost like, though, the texture that this is providing, because it's leaving like a little droplet of paint when I do this. And so it's got like a little bit of a 3D effect to it. The only problem is I'm not being careful, and I'm splattering the green paint everywhere when I lift it back out of the egg carton. I have to move a little slower. Almost dipped in the wrong color of green. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, next order of business is, I think, just adding outlining and highlighting. It looks like I've gotten everything else done that I wanted to get done on there. So, let's see. Do we want to do this with a brush? I think we do. Because I don't want to wait. Because really, like, I like to use my Posca paint pens, but you really have to wait for the paint to dry really good in some places, or it, like, sticks to the pen and messes it up, and I don't have the time for that. Can you buy just the door hanger, not painted, without subscribing? Yes, Ashley, go to shopdoorhangers.com. Okay, I'm just using a round tip brush and some black, and I'm going to add some cute little whimsical outlines to really make this door hanger stand out. I'm not trying to make these perfect or anything. I actually like the way they look a little better when they look a little bit more imperfect. Let's see. I'm going to do a little bit around the edge of this package. She's like a little hurricane. She comes in here and distracts me. Is there a place that lists the paint colors used on a particular design? Tony, we usually put all of that in a blog post later. So some of our previous door hangers that we've done, we have blog posts about them, and they have all of the colors listed. Karen, yes, you can get an etched door hanger in our shop. All of our door hangers are offered etched or not etched. So if you were to order this etched, it would have all of these lines on it. If you were to order it not etched, it would look like this with no lines. And so then you could freehand it and do it however you want. We're going to do the little frills on the tail here. Do a little outline around the body. I need to like water this paint down a little bit. It's a little bit thick for the outlining. Sometimes I do that when I'm doing hand lettering or outlining. I'll water my black paint down a little bit so that it flows a little better. If you're not good at doing this with a liner brush, you could always do it with a paint pen, but as you can see, I don't try to do things perfect here. I just actually like the way it looks when it's a little imperfect. Just a slight bit messy. Looks a little more hand painted that way instead of printed or Perfect. Let's see. I may actually go around these little pom-poms with a black paint pen in a minute because it'll be a little bit more fine point than this. And if you have problems with your hand being steady, put your pinky finger down and use it kind of for stability. And instead of moving your wrist, move your whole arm. If you'll notice, my wrist stays straight most of the time, and my arm is what's moving. I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody's questions. I promise I always go back later afterwards and try to catch any of them that I've missed. Whoops. The only problem with putting your pinky down is you're likely to get your pinky in some black paint that's wet. That's what I just did. Okay. Looks good. Now I'm going to switch to my Posca pen. This is my favorite paint pen. Well, favorite set of paint pens. They are called Posca. Not pasta like spaghetti. Posca. P-O-S-C-A. Wait, I'm not even in front of the camera. Here you go. Posca. I have them listed in my Amazon affiliate shop. This is the smaller one. This is the 3M size, which is the smaller one. And you're just going to use it to kind of do a quick little outline around your what do you call these? Pom-poms that are hanging off of the saddle blanket. Oops, that one was kind of bumpy. It's all right, it's got personality. As Bob would say, there are no mistakes, just happy accidents. We love Uncle Bob. That's what we lovingly call him in the Painters Clubhouse. I also use that to do the cute little outline on the pom-pom. See there? Y'all want to see some of these details up close? There's the little face. Look how cute. As you can see, looking up close, it's obviously not perfect. There are places where I got outside the lines and all of that, but, you know, we're not going for perfect. We're going for cute and whimsical, and we definitely achieved that. Okay. So now that I'm done with the black, I'm going to switch to the white paint pen. Do you teach how to letter? That's what you're afraid of. Michelle, we have several hand lettering lessons in our Painters Clubhouse vault that you can go back and look at. Occasionally, I will throw in a new one, and we'll do new ones once in a while in the Painters Clubhouse. But we don't focus heavily on lettering, but we do have lessons about it. Okay, so now we're just going to use our little paint pen to add some cute little whimsical white accents. Have fun with these. Don't get all caught up on exactly how it has to look. Just think about adding light and whimsy to different areas of your door hanger. To add a little highlight to our little pom-poms. This is my favorite part, really, if I'm being honest about it. Let's see. Let's do a little bit on our tail. Add a little bit to the body to make him look a little furrier. Look how cute he is. Maybe add a little bit on the hair, the tip of the nose, the eyes, or the ears. We could add a little bit to the scarf too. Or not the scarf, the hat. Okay, there we go. I think we are done with this cute little llama. I hope you guys enjoyed doing this with me tonight, and I can't wait to see how you guys paint yours. Like I said, if you're interested in learning how to paint door hangers, I highly recommend you go get on the Painters Clubhouse waitlist. On August 25th, the group opens up again, and you can join and learn how to paint door hangers with us. This is called the Christmas Llama. It's one of our new designs we came out with this last Friday. Every Friday we come out with 5 new designs, and those designs are always on sale at half price. Not the blanks, But the printable templates, like I said, that you can print out at home and cut your own wood, those templates are always half price between Friday and Sunday after we release them. But if you want to get an even better deal than that, you can join the template club. It's just $30 a month for non-Painters Clubhouse members. And you can get all of the new templates we release every single month for one low cost. And so if you signed up today, what's today? June the 14th. If you signed up today, your membership would not start till August 1st. You'd be billed on August 1st. You would get all of August's designs, that's hard to say, up front for one low cost in one big bundle. And so the ladies who are our template club members always say that it's like Christmas morning on the first of each month, because they get 20 to 25 new templates every single month, and they get to paint them before they're available in the store. All right, so here's your color list. You ready? Foliage Green, Festive Green, True Red, Sea Aqua, Zinc, Dove Gray, Desert Sand, Dark Chocolate, Titanium White, and Ebony Black. All right, I will see you guys again next time. Don't forget to join me on Friday for Friday Fab 5, where I share 5 of my favorite things with you guys. I look forward to it every single week. All right, thank you guys. Good night. Bye, y'all.